beautiful day. I'm sure we'd all rather be outside, but I'd like to call the meeting to order and start with a roll call.
Alderperson Robinson.
Present.
Hurt.
Here.
Maynard.
Here.
Swanson. Here. Pulis.
Here.
Parker. Healy. And Mayor Tomes.
Here. I'd like to also start off because we have an individual that will be done remotely. So I'd like to see if we could have a motion to approve a remote attendance in accordance to 5 ILCS 120-7. Is there a motion?
I move to allow remote attendance for Alderman Pulis.
Second.
Moved in second. Is any discussion on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Mark, you're now part of it.
Thank you.
All right. Public comment. Anybody sign up for public comment back there? I don't see anybody in the audience that would be that way, but, oh, excuse me. I think so. You think so? I maybe know. Did you sign up?
Oh, you're for the regular meeting, right?
It is,
At
it is
six.
not, go ahead.
At 6:45.
We have a study session from 6 to 6:30-ish. Start the regular meeting at 6:45. You are super early and not ready to talk yet. So nobody for public. I hear you. Good. All right, nobody for public comment. Presentation, Jack, I think you're up. You can push it all the way through the gate if you wanted.
Extra visual. Everyone can see.
Hey, Mark, can you hit mute, please?
Test, test.
2 minutes, Tim. Okay,
Great.
Jack.
Mayor, council, city manager, thanks for the opportunity to present tonight. I know pretty much everyone at this point, but my name is Jack Cullen. I'm the executive director of the Rock Island Downtown Alliance, and excited to present an update to the council here tonight. It got some chuckles on our way in, but I am proud to bring a major piece of our equipment that has hit the streets over the past 6 months that our daily cleaning ambassadors use throughout the downtown. Highly visible piece of equipment that has garnered a lot of attention and positive feedback, even just on the way over here. Somebody asked me for directions because we're clearly stating that, you know, with the red and our other colors that are on brand, we're here to help. So a little bit of background before we dive into the meat of the presentation. But as you all know, Rock Island Downtown Alliance, really the outcome of a joint effort between the public and private sectors to strengthen livability, quality of place in downtown Rock Island. And partnerships, the mayor likes to say this, but partnerships truly make all the difference. And I am proud to display the 4 logos that are up here. Obviously, the Rock Island Downtown Alliance, our new organization, the Quad Cities Chamber, which is our parent entity, the City of Rock Island, and the Development Association of Rock Island. We've worked very hard over the past several months to develop a more close-knit partnership. And I do have to give a shout out to both Tara Sipes, Miles Brainerd, and Tom Flaherty with the city for bringing the various economic development partners together. We are now meeting weekly between the Downtown Alliance, DARI, and the City of Rock Island. So I wanted to call that out on this page as we continue. But that level of coordination and collaboration is truly key to our collective success, not only downtown, but citywide. Again, as you know, but providing more background, the Downtown Alliance is contracted with the City of Rock Island to manage the downtown special service area. And so in 2021, downtown stakeholders explored the creation of a dedicated place management organization, as well as funding model to maintain, improve, and program the commercial district that is downtown Rock Island. And in 2022, that special service area was established, and the Downtown Alliance was then formed in 2023 to support further improvements and enhanced services within the downtown. And again, everyone should recall and know this, but for the audience, the Downtown Special Service Area is an additional property taxes on parcels in the downtown area that fund these special improvements and services within the boundaries. Those boundaries are about between 1st and 7th Avenues and 13th and 28th Streets. It's about a 65-block service area that we cover. And we are governed by a 13-person board of directors, as well as 4 committees that help govern and guide the use of the funds that are generated by the Special Service Area and other funds that come into the Downtown Alliance. Between our board and the 4 committees, we have a total of 25 downtown stakeholders engaged through the Downtown Alliance, specifically through the governance structure. That doesn't count, the other businesses and residents and property owners that we interact with on a weekly basis. Throughout the Downtown Special Service Area, there are about 215 individual property owners, a total of about 430 parcels, and as I said before, about 65 blocks. The latest equalized assessed value for that 65 block Downtown Special Service Area is just shy of $30 million. Visual of the boundaries of the Special Service Area. Apologize for the smaller text here, but at the start of the fiscal year for the Downtown Alliance was July 1. This was the budget that both our board and the City Council approved at that time. So if you look over to the expense piece, you see that little more than 50% goes into our infrastructure and livability part of the work plan, and I'll dig in deeper to what that is, with the remaining going between business and economic growth, as well as advocacy and promotions and support to keep the organization running at a professional level. And our different funding sources include the Special Service Area, which is the majority, the contribution from the City of Rock Island to help manage the Special Service Area in the Downtown Alliance, as well as other donations, sponsorships, and grants to the organization. Our working vision for the downtown is that downtown Rock Island is a vibrant, welcoming, and prosperous place to live, work, play, dine, and shop. And how do we get there? Right now, we're focused on delivering services and programs for the City of Rock Island's Downtown Special Service Area that enhance public spaces, encourage private investment, and improve overall quality of life in downtown. As I said, we are a dedicated partner to the City of Rock Island. We really see ourselves as an extension of multiple departments that we work with. Economic development, public works, public safety. We help provide those additional eyes and ears and boots on the ground on a daily basis in the downtown, dedicated to the downtown neighborhood. So wanted to highlight some progress from our work plan. Our first pillar of work that I will highlight is the business and economic growth. And so we are actively assisting developers, entrepreneurs, and businesses, along with our partners at the city and DARI, seeking downtown space or an improvement or expansion to their space. We are a pipeline for both the city's property enhancement program and the Growing Rock Island Together program, and so we're all working on that as projects surface. We ensure that the project developers or the businesses are aware of what resources are available, and we kind of use a tag team approach to projects as they arise. Recently, we created the Curb Appeal Rebate Program, which is a downtown-specific grant program, if you will, to incentivize physical improvements and storefronts and facades along public way within the downtown special service area boundaries. This year, we are hyper-focusing on awning, signage, and wall mural improvements. We thought Downtown Alliance Committee and the board, as well as our partners at the city and DARI, thought that would be an opportunity for great impact to collaborate or to focus on those specific areas. And just a small little piece about the awning improvements. So our strategy there is to work with one awning supplier in hopes of getting a bulk or discount rate for volume purchase pricing for multiple downtown projects, and that could potentially expand to other neighborhoods in the city as well. But that's something that we're excited getting off the ground. That rebate program is actually available on the city's Civic Serve website. So where you see the other available financial assistance programs, the curb appeal rebate is now up there as well. So we wanted to continue that one-stop shop place for businesses and project developers and property owners to go to for financial assistance from the city and its partners. We have launched a Clean and Safe program about 6 months ago, and so as I talk to people now, we're really about 6 months into operations or getting operations off the ground. Starting in September, having our public launch party in October, to where we are now. So providing quality of place services, including litter pickup, weed abatement, graffiti removal, as well as getting mobile safety patrol off the ground in the public realm. Tomorrow actually marks the first off-duty officer shift that the Downtown Alliance is funding in partnership with the Rock Island Police Department. And so we will have a dedicated off-duty patrol beginning tomorrow, and we're running a public safety pilot program, if you will, through the end of our fiscal year, which is through June 30th. So we're excited about partnering with Rock Island PD and also excited to see the impact and the response from our downtown stakeholders from that as enhancing public safety in the downtown, and I know citywide is a priority for councils as well as it was for our downtown. Finalizing recommendations for the city's exciting $7.3 million rebuild downtown Rock Island streetscaping and placemaking project. This will be the largest investment in downtown public infrastructure in a generation. And so this is something we really should all be excited about. And I know we have a study session set for the next meeting at the end of this month that we'll be eager to get into with council. One other piece to mention, this is also a rebate program, but it is along the same lines of wanting to increase safety in the downtown. We also have a safety rebate program, which is a one-to-one rebate program for downtown business owners and property owners to enhance the safety of their space by installing security cameras and or motion sensor lighting at their business. The requirement is that it faces public way. So, but it is a one-to-one rebate, so up to $1,000 completely rebated to that business owner or property owner. And we will be encouraging the participants in that program to connect with the Rock Island Police Department so that PD is aware of that security camera network that we helped fund. These are a couple examples of just some before and after photos of our team keeping it clean downtown with some graffiti removal. This is on a public fixture, graffiti and sticker removal, actually. This is on a property owner on the backside of District Drugs that was tagged, and our team helped remove that blight. This is, as you all know, this is a working graphic that we've used to communicate parts of the Rebuild Downtown project. This is something we'll continue to use as we move forward with communications to the greater public, but also to our downtown stakeholders about the phasing of the Rebuild Downtown project in partnership with the city and your communications team and ours as well. Advocacy and promotions. This is our third work plan pillar, so business and economic growth, infrastructure and livability, advocacy and promotions to round us out. As you know, last summer we produced Alternating Currents, which is a special event, and this past holiday season, some small business holiday promotions, Deck the Downtowns, to boost visibility and sales during the holiday shopping season. And I'll show some examples on the next page. As I've mentioned, we're working closely with the city, various departments, but including on code enforcement, signage regulations, and right-of-way beautification and maintenance issues and priorities. This is just a snapshot from Deck the Downtowns, our train ornament hunt, which has been popular. We had 1,300 engagements with businesses or points of interest in 2023 due to the train hunt. This is a partnership with Crawford Company and Jackson Auto Body, both Rock Island businesses that helped create and design and color, the custom train ornament there. But we were really excited about getting to that number. Over the past 2 holiday seasons, more than 2,600 engagements with businesses and points of interest due to the train hunt. So excited to present that. We will be doing 2 more years. And so we've done the engine, we've done the caboose, we'll do a tanker and a hopper as well to complete the train set. So a fun promotion that gets people out and about during the holidays. This is something new this year that we tried, a window display or holiday window display challenge that we partnered up with actually downtown Bettendorf and downtown Davenport too. We had 18 storefronts in the downtown participate in this program. We helped coordinate artists to decorate storefronts throughout the downtown. And we encouraged the public to vote for their favorite storefronts. Quad City Arts was a partner, as they are on other public art projects with this initiative, but another fun opportunity to get people out and about in the downtown, boost some foot traffic, and checking out some stores and businesses they may not have known were there. Just a snapshot from Alternating Currents, where Lissy performed live at Schweber Park. This was a partnership with the Public Parks and Rec Department. It's subjective feedback, but we heard from a lot of people that it was the most packed they had seen that park since its inception. I don't have all the data to back that up, but we did get a lot of feedback from the community that the park was a great site, jam-packed that night. Data has been important to us since day one on the job. It was a priority that we would have a tool for tracking all of our work in the field starting day one of our operations. And so we are using a software called Eponic, which services other downtown business improvement districts across the country, that essentially allows their teams to track all their moves and their activities in a geographical area. And so we're using Eponic. This shows our total logs between September 7th and February 29th. So we're at that 6-month period that I referenced previously. You can see the bulk, or I should say about 50% is what it comes down to of the logs. Those red are coming in the core downtown area. And the remainder of the logs being spread out throughout the rest of the downtown special service area. So visually, you can see how it tracks with the special service area boundaries. But I thought it was good to point out that about 50% of the activities happen in the most dense part of the downtown, where the most activity, the most businesses, most foot traffic are. And I can dig deeper into the data in terms of the other zones throughout the downtown if a council member or mayor or anyone is interested in going there. But wanted to provide you a snapshot and also to see how visually the data is represented. This is another little snapshot, running out of room on the cleaning and safe side of things, but our boots on the ground activities tracked through this mobile software application in real time. And so starting on the hospitality side of things, almost 1,500 greetings. So these are actually individual greetings we make with people in the downtown. It's one of the logs that we track because we think it's important. We want our team, whether it's me or our cleaning ambassadors or other folks that we're working with, to be that smiling face on the street, and to welcome people downtown, and to be that helpful hand if needed. Again, I mentioned on the way over here, walking the Mega Brute, somebody asked for directions to the bus station. That would be a log in our system if we were to give them directions. 633 business engagements. These are contacts, assistants during that time frame. 49 entrepreneur developer engagements, similar contacts. It could be a phone call, sit-down meeting, text message, back and forth conversation about a project, as well as 23 responses to calls for service. This isn't something that we've advertised in any sort of way other than on our Mega Brutes with our contact information. And so if property owners, other downtown stakeholders have come across something where they would like our assistance, we accept those calls. And this is where, our partnership with the city really comes into play. We may not be able to tackle it with the equipment and the resources that we have. So we have a great working relationship with Public Works, where we can elevate something to that next level that may need attention. An example of that is, so Public Works and the City of Rock Island has C-Click Fix, which is a different software they use to track work orders and assignments to tackle different issues and tasks throughout the city. And so we have a pretty good, we wish Eponic and CivicServe could integrate, and maybe there's a chance that they could, but we have a pretty good working relationship and process set down for interacting with Public Works and through C-Click Fix as well. On the clean and safe side, proud to report a lot of our public feedback and positive response to the efforts of the Downtown Alliance has been about just removing the trash, starting with square one, making downtown a cleaner place. And so that was really priority number one from the get-go. But close to 17,000 gallons of litter removed from the downtown, majority of that from the public way. We measure that. We're using 44-gallon bags. We fill up the bags when the bags are full. So it's not exactly scientific, but it's pretty darn close. 167 stickers removed from both public and private fixtures in the downtown. 118 pet waste bags collected. That's pet waste that our team has found in the downtown and collected it. More than 100 graffiti tags removed, large and small, as you saw the difference that I shared on a previous slide. 55 block faces of weed abatement. A block face is just what it is, one side of a block, so not counting the entire city block. 43 city trash cans serviced, 27 public safety logs. The city trash cans serviced, Public Works does a great job of handling the city trash cans downtown. These are instances when our crew has been out and about, has seen a full trash can, and we've serviced it to start fresh. These are just some examples of some love on social media that we've received from some downtown stakeholders, Ballet Quad Cities, Nest Cafe, a community member, John Blunk. Looks like your very own Tom Flaherty had commented up there, which is cool to see. But just great to see the community response. Just today I heard from another property owner that says, hey, you guys are making a difference downtown, which is exciting to hear. Big picture, why we do what we do. We want to encourage family fun. This is a picture from the QC Farmers Market at Schwiebert Park that we captured on the weekend of Alternating Currents when we added some music to the event down there. We want to share authentic experiences with our community. This is, of course, John Keim, owner of Huckleberry's Pizza, downtown, longtime institution. We want to foster a welcoming environment in our downtown. This is one of our ambassadors, Maurice Terry, at QC Bald Eagle Days. And so we wanted to test out some enhanced hospitality work and sent Maurice down. He was interested in working on a Saturday, and he was there greeting folks that were standing in line outside to get into the Bald Eagle Days event. Wasn't expecting him to be holding the door for patrons, but that was great. And I think we also did this at the Upper Mississippi River Conference when it was held at the Holiday Inn. Again, just trying to be that welcoming face for folks coming into the downtown and the city. We want to instill a sense of community pride. Rock Island has a long-standing history of a lot of pride, and Rock Islanders are proud to be Rock Islanders, and we want to even up that level of community pride even more. This is a snapshot from the Lissy show at Schwiebert Park last August. And we want to spur business growth. We, working with our partners, working in the downtown, it comes down to business and economic growth at the end of the day. These are all our whys, but we want to increase the sales tax revenue. We want to increase the property value throughout the downtown. And so I hope this gives everyone a good snapshot of what we're doing, why we're doing it, and also where we're headed as we continue to grow, look to stand up more services and programs as well. So thank you again for the opportunity. Last slide here. Our website, wanted to mention too, in partnership with the city and our friends at the Development Association of Rock Island, we did take ownership of the downtown social media and website and are working with TAG Communications, which is based downtown now with the acquisition of D-Films. We're working with them to update the website to get a fresh look and feel that will be beneficial not only to downtown, again, our stakeholders, but visitors and the city as a whole. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Anybody have any questions? Comments?
Have a comment. So, Jack, great job downtown. It does look a lot cleaner. I've noticed that on occasions. They've done a great job on keeping everything cleaned up down there. I do have a quick question, because I get asked this a lot, sure as everyone else does. Do we have anything are we looking to some kind of a festival going at some point here, or have you been in discussions with anybody?
Mm-hmm.
It seems to be a common question that we get, because I think everyone's lacking that splash event downtown that we, are used to.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about. So we have a new events and promotions committee of the Downtown Alliance that will be looking at smaller activations and ways to leverage some of the existing events and activities that happen downtown. How can we grow those? Things like Chalk Art Fest, things like our interesting mix of haunted houses during the fall. And on the bigger scale, large scale festivals and events, I think we're definitely interested in being at the table to talk about that, in partnership with the city, especially as we're getting into this close to $7.5 million investment into some exciting spaces like the historic Ped Mall downtown, like Arts Alley. I think on the horizon, there are a lot of exciting opportunities events. We hope to have another presence with Alternating Currents this summer. Currently, our budget and work plan would not allow for a large-scale festival or event. Not that to say that it couldn't happen, but right now with the resources that we have and the various focus areas that our board has focused on, at least at the beginning here, we're not there yet. Again, doesn't mean that we couldn't partner, find other grants, sponsorships, ways to come together and produce a large-scale event, but it's not in the immediate horizon. I think it should be something that we collectively focus together on after this initial investment into the downtown public infrastructure is made. It could be a great way to splash out and welcome people back to downtown in a large scale and friendly manner.
So I get what you're saying, and obviously with the construction going on, it's kind of an impossibility to schedule anything right now or in the near future. But I know we do have Schwiebert, and I know there's other promoters. I'm just curious if we reached out to obtain somebody like a promoter type person that would be willing to incur some of these costs. Have you guys been exploring that? Is my question.
Haven't at this time, as it wasn't in our year one work plan.
Okay.
But again, open to it and further conversations around that. I do think that is a good strategy, though, to partner with a potential party like that and try to do a large scale event.
Okay.
But along with those events, of course, we have the park board doing programming at Schweber Park for Thursday
I
nights.
completely get all that, and that's all
Yeah.
great. I know we always get asked because I think
Yeah.
we've had a history of having one or two, big draw events in the summer, and I was just, and usually it's a promoter involved with that, so I was curious whether, at least at this point, whether we're reaching out, but I appreciate your answer.
I really do think there is a lot of opportunity with the smaller activations happening throughout the year, not just the downtowns, and we want to grow that as a program in general, but more programs may not be the once a year large scale, but spread more evenly throughout the year to bring people downtown and develop those habits. I think is another strategy that can be looked at along with the one that you're presenting.
Yeah, thank you. Thanks for your answer, and again, appreciate all you're doing down there. It looks great.
Thank you, Alderman Hurt.
I mean, we had that one great concert with combination with Common Chord, so that was fun.
That was good.
No.
Yeah, I didn't mention that in the highlight, but that was a neat kind of last minute
Right.
collaboration for Live at 5.
Unusual situation, but yeah.
Yeah.
So I just have a question, because I know that and this may be a hot topic, but I know when we were first talking about establishing the SSA, there was a lot of pushback, residents, aldermen, you know, in general. Would you say, have you heard any more comments like that? Or because people are starting to see that funding be reinvested, has that kind of quieted down?
I would say we had a great turnout at our public launch party, which we really focused on getting downtown stakeholders there, residents, business owners, property owners. More than close to 150 people packed in tight to Huckleberry's to learn about the launch of this organization after the SSA was established. I would say that the majority, and I really can't think of any negative feedback that has come to my desk since the launch of our operations. And I would say, speaking again, maybe more subjectively, candidly, that the majority of feedback has been quite positive. And I think it helps with the visibility.
Yeah.
We wanted to be visible again from day one, and also have the ability to track the work so that we can share with our stakeholders, say, this is what those additional funds are going to, and more.
Okay,
We've had some meetings with some individuals, businesses that were originally not in favor of it, that now we're starting to engage conversations just recently. You've got another one I know that has gotten involved with one of your committees and that sort of thing that originally was opposed to it, type deal. So they're starting to get engaged a little more, there's no doubt about it.
Thank you, Mayor. Yeah, and that was also part of the strategy, I think, with from Miles originally to include in our bylaws the various committees to be included under the governance structure of the organization, to engage as many downtown stakeholders through that more, the governance structure, which naturally then we're talking to many more people. 640 business engagements. We're hitting folks who were in opposition to the special service area at first, as well as those who were in favor of it, and hopefully the majority of folks are moving to the in favor side.
I go quick. Any other question? Mark, do you have anything out from where you're at?
No, I'm just very impressed with the presentation.
I've heard
Thank you,
a lot of
Alderman
people,
Poulos.
lot of compliments about the ambassadors out, working on the streets and that sort of thing, helping clean up and everything else. People have been impressed. It's up even towards Jim's Rib Haven out there. There's a few businesses there that have reached out to me and said, boy,
Great.
they see him up there on a regular basis. And it's not, sometimes you have a tendency to stick it just in the core and not get out to the whole SSA area. And in this case, this person I talked to said they see him on a real regular basis.
That's
up that
great.
direction.
So just real quick before we end things, we've split the downtown special service area into 6 zones that we hit every week. Obviously things come up and we need to spend more time in one zone versus another. But we divided the downtown special service area into those 6 so that, again, we can ensure that we have a calculated approach to hitting those spots throughout the week. And so business owners and other stakeholders see us out in the downtown and across the downtown.
Any other questions, thoughts? You may not be here the next meeting. You may be on maternity leave.
Potentially, yes. Yep. We're counting down the days. Number 2.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Have fun with that. All right. If there's nothing else, thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I move to make a motion to adjourn.
Second. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Or adjourned till 6:00.